So, Abiqua. If only we paid more attention when we were talking with him.
Yeah.
Because he specifically stated how it was supposed to be pronounced.
Yeah, and I don't remember if it was Abiqua or Abiqua. So his name is Adam, right?
Yeah.
So Adam, I know that the team is watching, or they said they were going to tune in at least.
Eventually.
I apologize if we pronounced it wrong, but it is still nonetheless the greatest vodka I have ever had.
Definitely.
And I'm saying that without being paid to be saying that. Like, I've had a lot of vodka in my life. I can attest to that. But that is definitely the best vodka that I've ever had, especially for Moscow mules, for sure.
Yeah, and it has been a long time coming, so I think we just need to.
Yeah, I think
this thing open.
I think if you want to take over, I'm gonna grab my Moscow mule, put it in frame right here, and make us some Moscow mules.
You want that closer to you?
I definitely do, because I gotta cut these limey boys. Wait, I didn't grab a fucking shot glass.
Adam, yeah, I actually did write his name down. But yeah, we met him at a liquor store in Beaverton by Cedar Hills, and by the Fred Meyer, yeah, and it was with our group of friends, Steven and Ellie, and then my girlfriend Isabel, and then of course Austin was there, and we immediately just struck up conversation with this guy. Oh shit, you put a whole half a lime there?
I sure the fuck do.
Damn. You just squeeze them right in. You don't even get a juicer or anything?
Why would you get a juicer? I got my hands, bro. Wait, hold on. Gotta get some ASMR here.
Oh shit. Definitely. There you go. Just get it right in there. You need to squeeze it harder than that.
Probably not even good.
Not at all.
You can continue talking about.
But anyways, back to we just immediately struck up a conversation and eventually exchanged information, and then eventually, I'm not sure if they know if it's Austin or not. Probably not. It's probably just some random person they found.
Yeah, I posted on Instagram.
Exactly.
I took 2 pictures. I'll put them on screen right here. I took these 2 pictures on my new DSLR lens, and I added them on Instagram, Abiqua Distillery or something like that. I don't remember their exact I'll put it in the description down below. But basically, I added them, and I made a little description saying, recording our first podcast ever tonight. Of course, we had to make Moscow mules with the best vodka ever. And then in parentheses, I put not a paid promotion. And within 30 seconds, literally 30 seconds, they liked it. They commented on it and said, let us know when you release this. We'll come watch it. And then they followed me. And then they put it on their story as well, actually. I don't know remember if I told you that.
I did not know that.
They put it on their Instagram story as well. Ooh, hear the sound of that? Ooh, there's some good ASMR for you. Yeah, so they put it on their story. Not gonna lie, you guys made my expectations go up a lot more now.
Definitely.
I have a lot more to do. Don't steal my recipe.
A mystery amount of shots in each Moscow mule.
But anyways, yeah, so I'm definitely looking forward to see what they think.
If they actually watch it and then respond, that's
exactly like just the fact that they said that they were going to come tune in is fantastic.
Yeah.
Because this is our first thing ever.
Yeah, because at first we're like, oh, I wonder if anybody's going to watch this shit.
Yeah, and then we have a guaranteed watching from the company that we're literally drinking right now. Sorry, I gotta focus for this.
Ooh.
Masterpiece.
I was waiting for the sound.
And just like that, a Moscow mule.
Oh,
you like mint in yours.
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't like mint in mine.
What?
I don't like the little chunks of mint.
The chunks?
Yeah. I prefer
maybe you just gotta,
like
massage it in there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Get a massage.
That tastes so fucking good, though. I've been waiting so long for this.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, anyways, 4 hours. 4 hours of setting up. We'll get to that here in a second. We're still talking about Abiqua.
Hopefully it's Abiqua.
What was I saying?
Fuck if I know, dude.
I lost all memory after the alcohol. Don't drink, kids. No, in all realness, though, meeting him was really cool.
Definitely.
I bought that day when we met him at the liquor store. He had us do trial shots pretty much. I took it like a little sips.
Yeah.
They had the vodka, which I bought on the spot. And then they had two gins. They had two gins. They had a regular gin and then an orange gin. The regular gin was good. Not my favorite. I'm not a big gin fan, to be fair. I'm more of a vodka guy, clearly. But they had an orange one, and it literally was the smoothest gin or alcohol that I've ever had in my life. It was just like you were eating an orange. Like, it was good. Damn. It was fucking good.
I didn't even get the chance to drink that.
You didn't? No. We had a whole fifth. Okay, I bought a fifth of that, and then I bought a fifth of that exact day.
I still didn't get the chance to drink it.
Well, I'll have to buy another one.
Yeah.
But no, it was really cool meeting him.
Maybe they'll send us one.
You know, Adam, if you're listening, or if anyone on the team is listening, and you guys need a photographer for your or anything, just hit me up. You saw my work. Hit me up anytime. You know my ad already.
There we go.
Yeah, Abiqua, non-paid promotion, but I highly suggest if you're over the age of 21 in America or 18 anywhere else. Mm-hmm. I think it's 18 everywhere else. Definitely pick up a bottle. I don't know if it's actually available outside of the United States. Now that I say that,
I have no idea.
I don't either. So maybe only if you're in America, but as long as you're 21, go pick yourself up a bottle and try this because it's really good.
Yeah, made in Silverton, Oregon.
Yeah, it's made right here in Oregon where we live. But I mean, yeah, fantastic bottle. I can't say much else besides that, to be honest. It's literally my go-to vodka from my go-to drink, which is a Moscow Mule.
Not much of a drinker myself, but it just makes specifically Moscow Mules delicious. I don't know.
Absolutely.
That's the only thing I can drink.
Absolutely.
All right. Let's just get into this shit.
Let's say, should we just talk about how long it took us to set this podcast up?
Yes. Oh.
It is, okay, mind you, it is 12:50 in the morning, so it's almost 1 a.m. right now. We're recording. Damn. We've only been recording for 9 minutes. And
we planned on starting this at like 10 o'clock. We had
starting at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, we had the layout and everything. I had my notes all written up and everything. The cameras and lighting set up. Well, the camera is a whole different story.
Yeah, I'll put a picture of it up on the screen right now. This is what we're working with right now. It's basically, what did you say? It was from an AC unit?
Yeah, so it can go into the window crack and not have to.
Oh, is that what that is? Oh my god!
And so it can ventilate the air.
Oh lord, yeah. So by the time that our next podcast comes out, I am buying a Elgato Cam Link that I can hook this up with, and then because right now it has a pretty short battery life, but essentially I'm buying this thing that it looks exactly like this, and it comes out with a little wire and it plugs right into the wall, so it can just be on infinitely.
There you go.
So then we'll have better quality. And then on top of that, that was the whole camera issue. By the way, Elgato, if you're listening for some reason, please, to the love of God, fix your stream link. We spent like literally 2 hours trying to get that to work.
Or maybe just show us how we're idiots.
Yeah. Just send us an email. We have a PC, we can't get it to work. Shoot us the details.
Yeah.
And then besides that, next time as well, I'm going to be buying another microphone. That way, Daniel over here has an actual microphone instead of headphones. Hopefully, this sounds good. If not, this next time it'll be better. I promise. Yeah, it'll be much better. But yeah, it took us way too long to set this up. But I'm happy that we're actually doing it and we didn't give up.
Oh fuck! I cannot get enough of this Moscow Mule. I just keep drinking it. I'm so happy now.
It tastes so good after spending like 3 to 4 hours trying to set this podcast up, and then just immediately I kept staring at the bottle. I was like, I want to save it, so it looks aesthetic on camera.
Yep.
But I just wanted to break into it so bad.
This whole ordeal. It took us the entire day. This has been our day.
I woke up at like 1. Yeah. So 12 hours ago.
Same thing as I did. Yep.
About 12 hours ago.
I mean, of course, we didn't wake up and already know that we're going to do a podcast.
No, we did some brainstorming.
Yeah. So that did take a little bit.
And I filmed a video on my channel as well. I just realized we didn't introduce ourselves.
We'll just cut this.
I'm Austin Ray, formerly known as the Happy Ostrich. I've changed my name. It might not be uploaded yet, but I am changing my name to Austin Ray.
I'm Daniel J. Tabor.
Daniel J. Tabor. That's what he's going with.
Yeah. Yeah, not too many people know me, but here I am.
As a world-renowned musician. music critic.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, no, I do love music, though.
Hence that my coaster is literally a record.
Yeah. I would pan it over to the record wall, but that would be...
We'll save that. We're doing a house tour either on my channel or his channel or wherever this goes. Who knows? Yeah. Who knows?
Whatever we decide.
Yeah, we're just getting the content created. That way we can move on forward. But there'll be a video showing the house off. Yeah, so it'll be there somewhere.
Once we get some art up and...
Yes.
Some plants too, because with being quarantined and everything, we need...
Oh my God.
Anybody living in like a small space, or even just, I mean, I spend most of my time in this living room, and it's not a small space.
No, it's not.
And there's plenty of entertainment.
That's
not the problem.
Yeah.
The problem is there's blank walls, and it's just a lot to take in when you're quarantined. And like, I've been in here for like 2 weeks almost.
Has it been 2 weeks for you?
Yeah.
It's only been like a week for me. Not even a full week yet.
Not even a full... I've had 2
mental breakdowns.
I've been doing this for, let me tell you, 2 weeks essentially after I got fired. That's a whole different subject I'll go into later. But, yeah. Shit. What was I talking about?
Quarantine, 2 weeks.
Yeah. I've been doing this because it's not like I could go out anyways, because my fucking hip is... I'm an 80-year-old man.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the blanket.
Yeah, where's your cane at?
Ah, shit, that's over there.
Over there, well.
But yeah. Anyways, I've already been quarantined for 2 weeks, and it's taken a toll mentally. I mean... I have a resilience towards it because I'm very introverted, and by nature I've always been introverted. So it's not like a huge deal, but when you don't have any sort of beauty around you, or...
You got me, dude. What are you talking about?
You're not enough is what I'm saying.
Oh, fuck.
Sorry. Like on the walls, because it feels like you're in an insane asylum if you don't have anything on the walls.
Yeah.
You know? Shit.
No, that's why I can't spend too much time in my room right now, because I have nothing on my walls. I have my TV, my gaming setup, and stuff like that, and it's like there's nothing on the walls, so I stare at blankness. But I mean, at least I can come out here and there's some art, especially now with the
record
player wall. We've got some paintings to put up. Again, you'll see all this in the video. But no, it definitely does take a toll on you. Another thing too is, like, I've seen on Twitter, like crazy, you know, there was Sam Smith, Ellen DeGeneres, a few other celebrities. They posted videos of themselves like crying, having mental breakdowns because of the isolation and the quarantine.
Damn.
And people are just
any
constantly...
of those people in relationships? Or
I don't know.
They live with anybody?
I don't know. I would assume so. I know Ellen DeGeneres has a whole team who like cooks food for her and stuff like that, because she's uber rich, you know. It's Ellen DeGeneres. But people are bashing her and bashing Sam Smith and other people like that because it's like, oh, you're in this multi-billionaire house, whatever. You got all this money. You're like, we're in shitty houses and we have nothing else to do. You have like basically a whole city.
Yeah,
in your
have
house.
Enough money to.
And I understand where they're coming from.
Yeah.
But I also understand where the celebrities are coming from, because you have to realize it's not the fact that they don't have anything to do. It's that their daily routine is messed up just like ours. Like, for example, I can't go to work right now. I'm going to work this week, but I have to, because I have to get some stuff done. But I'm isolating myself, and I'm kind of freaking out because that's the only time I ever get to go outside anymore. During the day, I'm working. I'm interacting with people and stuff like that, and my entire life has changed. Within 5 days, I've had 2 mental breakdowns because I haven't had that human interaction that I'm used to having every single day at work. Yeah,
and like one-on-one or... just like 2 different people is not like a significant amount.
It's not. I
mean, it does help, but...
Well, it's just, it comes down to your daily routine is just, it's messed up. And that genuinely does do a toll in your mental state.
Yeah.
And that's the whole premise behind the isolation being linked with possible suicides and possible mental illnesses is because...
I didn't even think about that.
People are scared that some of the deaths aren't going to be from COVID-19. It's actually going to be from suicide, from having mental breakdowns and being isolated.
Wow.
Because if you think about it, in prisons, when people are isolated, they do go mentally insane.
Mm-hmm.
It's not to that same degree because we do have distractions that they do not have, but our daily routine is messed up, and we don't have to. Our brains don't know how to function because of the big change that quick.
Yeah, and I guess that's where I am. I'm a little bit ahead in where I've already kind of figured out my routine, even though it's not the same.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still trying to figure out ways to fill in gaps, like large gaps of time.
Yeah.
But stuff like this has occupied the entire day, and I haven't even turned on the TV today.
That's true.
Like,
yeah. I can contest to that. Definitely. We've been so preoccupied with trying to get things done that we just haven't had time. Like, I mean, I've made sure that I ate. I did make sure that I made sure I ate. I did not consume enough water today. I did eat.
You gotta have some water right next to you, dude.
Yeah. And I have Moscow Mule. But, you know, it's, I don't know, it's different.
Vodka is not water, by the way. Is not a substitute.
It's clear enough. It's fine. Drink responsibly. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, we have to remember that it's not about money that's going to make you happier during isolation or in general in life. So people need to recognize that celebrities are allowed to feel
it doesn't matter
right
how
now.
much money you have
it doesn't,
right now.
Because their entire world has changed just like our entire world has changed. It's still terrifying. Celebrities, although they have the money to be treated, they're still getting infected, which is still fucking terrifying.
Yeah. Everybody's getting affected in the same ways, but some people more than others.
Exactly.
Because some people don't have that money to sustain themselves.
Exactly, yeah.
Like me, I've saved up quite a bit, so now I'm not too worried. Because I mean, I already lost my job. Like
exactly, yeah.
There's not much more. Like I have enough saved up till after all of this is over that I'm okay.
No, absolutely, yeah. And it's like, for me, I'm lucky as well, on a different aspect, because my day job, she has already guaranteed us if we get sick with not COVID-19, we still get pay. But she takes our PTO, which for people who are too young, it's paid time off. You get it accumulated per hour, a certain amount per hour. You usually get up to like 40 hours and you have to use it or else it goes away. And then if we do get COVID-19, we get paid and she doesn't use her PTO. Yeah. So no matter what, I get paid if I'm not at work.
See, that's only your situation because
I work at a small business.
Company.
Yeah, it's a family company, and so she can afford to do that. Big corporations, they're not doing that because they're cutting all costs. That's why there's huge layovers right now. With people getting laid off, there's people getting fired for no reason, and it really sucks. And you know, me and you are fortunate enough that in different ways because you saved up money prior. I got lucky because I work at a local business. Yeah.
And so, they already planned for disasters like this.
We're already ahead of some people, and it's like we're still scared. We still have the money, we still have the insurance and stuff like that, but it's like it's still fucking scary.
I mean, granted, we don't have enough money to just go out and eat every single day.
No, absolutely, no.
Like we can put food on the table.
Exactly.
I'm not worried about that.
No, neither am I. Absolutely not.
But I mean,
I'm still scared of contracting it.
Yeah.
Because for people who don't know, I'm already perceptible to getting it because of my, this is going to sound stupid while drinking, but my heart condition, and my low immune system, I am more perceptible to getting a disease like this. So it is terrifying for me. It's the reason why I'm scared to go back to work. It's because I deal with people all the fucking time, and I don't want to be in contact with outside people. Yeah. So it's definitely still scary for me, even though that I'm financially stable enough to not be worried financially, but I'm health risk wise, I am still worried.
And I mean, because it's affected healthy people, and then I was watching a Joe Rogan podcast, and he was talking about one of his friends or one of the people that he knows that's super fit and super healthy got COVID-19 and then also pneumonia on top of it, and was almost dead. Yep. And like, what if?
And that's another thing too, is like people think that it's only old people. People are still stuck on when the first article came out saying that it's only affecting old people. That's not true.
Not even close.
People our age are dying.
But that's bizarre.
Yeah, people our age who can't afford the medical things or just don't get tested because there's not enough tests, they're fucking dying. Doesn't matter how old you are.
Yeah, see, like, I can't even get my hip replacement surgery because of the hospitals being too packed.
Exactly. Yep.
Like that was already, which it was already scheduled before all of this happened too, which is crazy.
Yeah, exactly. It's literally due because of everyone else.
Yeah, it's bizarre because like people like us are actually taking, and a lot of the people we know too are actually taking this seriously on social media. There's a lot of positive stuff that's going on right now.
And we're part of Gen Z, which we're getting the one of the worst raps right now out there for generation, because people are for some reason putting people's reactions to this into generations, and apparently Gen Z is getting the worst reputation because of all the spring breakers. Yeah, there are some people out there who are still going to spring break and they're getting COVID-19, but it's like there's still some of us that are Gen Zs that are taking this as we should.
Yeah, I mean, yes, there's plenty of people out on beaches right now.
Florida's really bad.
Which is, I mean, personally, we don't understand that whatsoever. But, I mean, I'm on a whole different situation personally because I'm already, like, I can't really go out myself. So, I mean, I'm stuck either way. It doesn't really affect me.
That's very true.
But too much. It's just everyone else is quarantined with me.
Yep. It's weird. It's definitely weird.
And then, I mean, it's affecting people who are trying to get jobs before this too, and like it's just
oh my god,
crazy.
I didn't even think about that. I could not imagine because like it's difficult. It was difficult enough where we live right now to find jobs before COVID-19 hit. And then COVID-19 hit and the unemployment rate went fucking skyrocketed.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what the people prior to this were, how they are now. Because now it just got even worse to try and find a job.
Because, I mean, don't quote me on these numbers, but what I heard was like from February to March, there was about 300,000 people that filed for unemployment.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And that's like 300 times the regular... 30 times the regular amount of people who file for unemployment per month.
It's absurd.
And yeah, so, and it's bizarre because drastic like action needs to be taken, and
no, it does.
It's just not be taken. It's not been. It hasn't been taken seriously at all, which is the unfortunate part. Which screws over people like me. Where, like, in my specific situation where I'm needing a hip replacement and that's getting delayed until this blows over.
No, absolutely. Yeah.
Because other people aren't taking it seriously.
Yep.
And it's, you know, and I can't even imagine if somebody had a life-threatening condition.
So that's the thing is if it's life-threatening, they're doing immediate, so they're still doing surgeries.
Okay.
At this moment, that could change. Who knows?
Imagine if it's life-threatening.
If it gets to that point, that's going to be that's going to be insane. But they're going to have to turn down people who have life-threatening surgeries needed. Those are the only people, apparently, that I've read. The only people getting surgery right now is if it's like a life or death, then they get surgeries.
Jeez.
But then after that, they're going to be put into insane isolation and insane, just like chambers probably, just like where there's no contact whatsoever.
Yeah. See, I mean, sure, it sucks for me that it's delayed, but... I mean, my life is, I mean, I'll be okay.
Yeah, so you're going to be uncomfortable for a while.
A little bit longer, but that's it.
No, exactly. But it still sucks, though, because you've had this pain since you were 8, right?
Yeah.
Since you're fucking 8, and you're 22 now, basically.
And, I mean, it's only gotten worse, too.
Exactly, yeah.
Because that's the thing.
And you were a month away from getting it done.
Yeah.
And then COVID-19 hits. It gets really bad because of everyone being stupid.
And going out when they shouldn't be.
Exactly. And now you have to wait until this whole thing blows over, which we have absolutely no idea how long it's going to take.
Yeah.
No idea.
It could take several months.
Well, I mean, we won't have a vaccine for a long time anyways.
A year.
Yeah.
At least. I mean, unless
something
magical, crazy happens. Yeah.
We call a witch doctor, and it's just like
there we'll add some effects into.
Yeah. Just
damn. All right. But yeah, shit. With all the things going on with COVID-19 and how it's affected so many people and also just in like the entire world. It's not just one country. It's
a global pandemic.
Yeah, it's bizarre that it's not just U.S. It's not just one place.
Well, I don't know if it was you that I had a conversation with or it was Isabel. Mm-hmm. But I was talking about plagues in 1720s, 1820s, 1920s. There was always a plague.
Yeah, Spanish flu.
Spanish flu, yeah, which
that was the last.
I don't like calling it Spanish flu, but yes, it's Spanish flu.
That was the. Well, I don't
It originated in China. Everyone just called it Spanish flu.
The fuck?
As far as I remember, it was a Chinese origin.
So maybe we should actually look that up because.
Yeah. Let me look up where this Spanish flu came from.
Because I know the year is right, 1918. Mm-hmm. But I don't know where it originated or what it's actually supposed to be called. Because COVID-19 is what it's supposed to be called. Not coronavirus.
Yeah, see, this article is racist. I'm just flat out saying it. While it's oh, never mind. I disregarded my statement.
Oh, shit.
They're unsure of the source. It could be France, China, or Britain.
Okay.
Are the three suggested places that it could have started. But it's called the Spanish flu because of, I think it was a president who said it.
Jesus Christ. That's not okay.
It's not.
That's really not okay.
They put it on Spain, and Spain had nothing to do with the origin.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need so I guess in the case of history books, we really need to actually.
Oh, we're just repeating ourselves.
Correct.
We have been for years.
Yeah.
Generations
Jesus
after generations.
Christ.
It's been repeating.
Can I just go to Canada?
Exactly, right, dude? I'm so down for Canada. Fuck. Make this podcast blow up so we can move to Canada.
Definitely. That would be ideal. I want to move to Canada and build my own house.
Oh my god, building your own house in general, dude.
Yeah. I want to design it, and there's so many things I want to do. That's one of my biggest dreams, like right there. It doesn't matter right now if it's a small ass, like if I'm making it by hand right now.
Yeah, no, I fully agree.
If I had the tools and the resources to do that, and I could actually buy land out in Canada, like if that all worked itself out, I would so do that.
Oh, same here.
After
I mean, our entire group already knows, for me at least, I will never buy a house. Never. The only reason I will own a house is because I designed it or I built it. I will not buy a pre-existing house.
Definitely not. See, if I bought
this
house,
they bug me too much.
I would be so annoyed because
I have no problem renting it. I'm not tied to it.
Yeah, exactly.
I can leave after my lease is done. But if I'm buying a house and I'm paying mortgage, it's because I built it or I had designed it and had someone build it for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Only way it's happening.
No way that I'm gonna getting that much debt for something that I'm not gonna be 100% happy with. You know, like I'd probably, if I had the money and the right job and that everything, and I went to college and all that stuff happened, and I got this $500,000 house. And
it's not the exact way you want it.
I would be so sad. I'd be so disappointed.
Exactly.
Granted, I could be able to change it, but that's a lot of money.
It is. I feel like it's not worth it to buy a house and then change the house. Because there's people out there that are going to be satisfied with that.
Yeah, unless you have that amount of income.
Yeah. But at that point, if you have the amount of income to change a house, you might as well just build a house anyway. So that's the whole premise.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but I would definitely buy a house and rent it out, though.
Oh, for sure.
I'd definitely be a landlord. I'd have no problem with that. That's the whole. I don't have to live there.
Yeah,
and it's getting paid for anyways because they're paying rent. I just don't see anything wrong with that. We were talking about COVID-19 though.
Yeah. I mean, and how many other things that it changes up, and how it's not just us, it's changing everything.
It is.
It's
absolutely
affecting every single person right now. And
if you don't think it is, then I don't want to be mean, but I genuinely think you should do some life evaluations. Yeah,
for real.
That's my standpoint. If you don't think that it's going to affect you or someone in your life, you've got some evaluating to do.
You'll see eventually.
Or you will see before it's too late, unfortunately.
Because if we actually do what we're supposed to and actually quarantine ourselves, the amount of cases will go down dramatically, and it will be over a longer amount of time. So the hospitals will be able to deal with it, and actually people will be able to get their surgeries that they need. But that's probably not going to happen because specifically the USA is not acting like it's a big deal.
No, exactly.
So that's the thing where it's
other countries didn't at first either, though, in my opinion.
Yeah,
And then they learned real fucking quick.
Yeah, nobody's really taking it seriously.
I mean, China hid it from us.
Yeah, exactly.
If they didn't have those whistleblowers, then we probably wouldn't. We would know by now, but we probably wouldn't have known by the time we did.
We wouldn't have had the heads
up.
One
of the whistleblowers died. He was a doctor who was working on the cases. And he was like, I got to tell someone.
Yeah.
And he told someone, and he's dead now, unfortunately, because of I'm really glad that he did put the time and effort in that he did trying to find a cure and helping people. Like he's genuinely a heroic person.
Yeah, because I mean, what if that heads up that he gave saves a significant amount of lives?
I genuinely think no matter what it does. I genuinely think no matter what he did save lives.
Yeah.
His whistleblowing did save lives.
That's crazy.
Even though it may not seem like right now, I think it did. Just because if he didn't, then there'd be even more time of it exposed in Italy, especially.
Yeah.
And in places that are closer to China. Maybe not America, but China definitely. Yeah. And that's the thing that pisses me off too is people are so heavy on clout chasing as a term I don't like to use, but it's very, very true. There was someone on Twitter who said, "Oh, if China would have let us know sooner, Kobe wouldn't have died." Because he wouldn't have gotten on the helicopter because it would have been social distancing at that time. The timeline doesn't add up.
Not even close.
It would not have gotten to America to the point of isolation, especially with our current state of politicians and politics. It would not have gotten to isolation by the time that he got on that helicopter.
That timeline's
unfortunately as it is, and I love Kobe, and I love he definitely was one of the greatest basketball players of all time.
Yeah,
hands down. And it's very sad and it's sad to see him go, but in my opinion, his death was a fixed point in time. There's nothing you could do that would have saved it. Yeah.
That needed for the universe to continue.
As we speak like this because we're Doctor Who fans. But and all jokes aside, I genuinely think no matter what, he unfortunately would have still gotten on the helicopter.
It has nothing to do with coronavirus.
No, COVID-19 had nothing to do with Kobe. Absolutely nothing. There's no shape or form of COVID-19 happening that would have saved Kobe's life.
I can't even believe that's a thing.
I'm a conspiracy theorist, and that one is still far-fetched out for me.
Shit.
There's no way that I would ever think that was possible.
But yeah, anyways, social media is definitely going.
Don't get me started on social media.
Shit. No, like social media is the only way to be able to communicate with people right now.
It is. That is very true. Social media is showing its worth of being in our universe.
Definitely. Because I mean, if we didn't have it
we wouldn't be able to talk to Stephen and Ellie.
Yeah.
Who is probably our best friends.
Definitely.
And there's 3 of us live here, and the other 2 of our group live an hour away.
Yeah.
And they literally come over every single weekend, and then now they can't because of COVID-19.
Yeah. That's the only reason they're not over here every week.
They're smart.
Yeah. And we're actually doing our part because they work in a factory at FedEx. And they're actually being smart and just doing that and going home and
they're isolating themselves because they know that they're most likely going to at least carry it. At the very least carry it.
Because who knows with packages, we don't know anything about it.
Which is why my job scares me too. Because I get packages from FedEx. Steven has literally held a box that was supposed to be for me at work. He's literally held it before.
That's crazy.
It is. And I get pallets every single day that I work there. So it's like, who knows? And some of that stuff comes from Washington, which scares me because Washington's pretty high right now.
Oh, dang. I didn't...
So it's like I get those pallets. Like on Friday, when I go to work on Friday, I will have probably 6 to 10 pallets that come from Washington.
Damn.
And I don't know how true this is, so don't quote me, but I was talking to Isabel, and she said that it stays longer on plastic. And all of those are wrapped in plastic. So if that's true, I have to sit there and be around all of that. So it sketches me the fuck out.
Yeah. It doesn't help that we don't know exactly how it spreads.
No, that's the scariest part of this whole thing is that we have no idea what the intensity of this is.
Like when you get introduced to it and then to the time where you actually show symptoms.
And my mom, she made a point too. She was like, if I do contract it and I beat it, can I contract it again? Or is it like some other diseases where you'll never get it again? Like chickenpox.
Unless it mutates.
That's fair. Yeah, because your immune system at that point would already be able to know how to destroy it, correct?
That's how it works.
Yeah. So unless it was a mutation.
By memory.
Which, I mean, it could. Because COVID-19, not coronavirus, in my opinion, as much as every single politician All of the politicians call it coronavirus.
I'm
but
fairly certain. Yeah.
as someone who works in the pet industry, in dog shots that we sell, they have a they have a coronavirus shot. It's in all the shots. As like the boosters and stuff like that. So in my opinion, coronavirus is different from COVID-19. COVID-19 is already a mutation of coronavirus.
Yeah. As far as how I understand it, that's how it works.
Exactly, which is why I don't like people calling it coronavirus.
Yeah.
That's why I always call it COVID-19.
We could be wrong, but
we could be wrong, yeah. That's not evidence. I'm not a fucking doctor or anything.
But from all the experts that like the actual CDC refers to it as COVID-19.
Mm-hmm.
So
exactly.
that's what I'm gonna just be safe and go with that.
That's COVID-19 in my eye. I always call it COVID-19. Yeah,
and I guess that maybe that could have been prevented early on with the Spanish flu. Mm-hmm. Maybe if this, like the whatever CDC back then was able to correct it or actually have it labeled as what it's supposed to be, which we can't even
I genuinely don't know its original name. I just know it by Spanish flu, and I feel bad calling it that because I know it shouldn't.
You know it's not, yeah. And that's just like I would hate to be calling this the Chinese virus
and
or
the
Wuhan virus. That'd be terrible.
They do.
I know.
They call it the Chinese virus. People are genuinely calling it that.
I know.
On
like,
Twitter,
specifically the president too.
That's true. He did genuinely call it the Chinese virus, which is a bad image.
Yeah, and also, like I listened to an actual professional talk about this, and he was concerned that this, our image on this virus might start a Cold War with China after this is all over.
I can see that
because of the way we are representing it and the way we're dealing with it.
Yeah,
and how we're communicating it with them with the trade agreements and all that. I don't know how it works.
If they're smart though, they won't do anything. Because we're mighty fucking America. It's because if you start a war in today's age that intense, we're all fucking dead.
See,
everyone's got nukes.
Yeah. I really hope
it'll get to the point where someone will send a nuke.
Yeah.
And then as soon as they get notion that there's a nuke coming, they'll send a nuke.
Yeah.
And then other countries will send a nuke. And then next thing you know, the whole fucking world's gone.
Yeah.
So what's the point? What's the point of a small little war because someone decided to call it the Chinese virus?
Yeah.
Like, just calm down. Put your panties, get them out of a fucking bunch.
See, I really hope they just become the bigger man in this situation because they realize... Yeah.
As much as, like, the whole thing was fucked up. I don't want to get into that because, I don't want to get into politics too much.
Yeah. That's
but Iran saw that.
Whatsoever.
Iran saw that, and I hope China does too. Mm. I genuinely hope they say, it was messed up what you did, but it's not worth killing you for.
Like I do every single day. Are you out of Moscow?
I am out of Moscow Mills.
Damn.
But I'm going to wait until you are finished to make another.
I've been sipping on it.
I know. I've been doing a little more than sipping, to say the least.
Whew. But yeah, I mean, so I guess with all this, the most important topic we need to discuss in relation to COVID-19 is Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing, yep. I knew you were going to say it. I knew you were going to say it.
That's the most important thing because everyone's playing it.
There's been so many videos on Twitter. I don't even know what the game is about. But I know that the tarantula is one of the hardest things to get into the game, and then it's terrifying.
The tarantula? I haven't even heard of that.
There's been so many videos that like terrorize. There are a bunch of other YouTubers and stuff like that, and they have to collect bugs and stuff like that for some reason. I don't understand it because I don't play the game. I don't know the game at all.
Oh, because one of the winning screens on animation on Smash Bros. Is the villager holding up a bug.
Yeah.
Okay.
And apparently the tarantula is the hardest one and the most scary one because it can bite you.
Well,
and
tarantulas are just badass.
Yeah, they are. I can't hold them. I'm allergic to them. Apparently so. Yeah. By the way,
I didn't know that.
Bee allergies. People with bee allergies that they're allergic to the bite/sting of scorpions and tarantulas. At work, I'm not allowed to take care of them. We have scorpions and tarantulas, and I'm not allowed to take care of them because I could go to the hospital. Even though my bee allergy isn't that serious, I don't need an EpiPen, but I am allergic to them. The spider bite or the scorpion bite could send me to the hospital if they're venomous or not. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But on Animal Crossing, Yeah, apparently you have to sneak up on the spider super slow. I've seen a bunch of videos of it. I'm an expert at this point. I guarantee you I can get it first try. They have to like sneak up to this thing with their net, you know, the net that's on Animal Crossing, and they have to try and capture it. Okay. But if you get too close to it, or if you run up onto it too fast, it'll start charging at you.
Oh shit!
And if it gets you, I think you like pass out or like faint because of its bite.
Makes sense. Okay.
So people have been posting videos of them getting the tarantula, them screaming while it's like overreaction, if you ask me. But they're like screaming that it's chasing them. Mm-hmm. So I guess it's like one of the hardest things to get for the insects on there or something like that.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
But
I'm curious about the game. I might buy it just out of curiosity.
See, as like you just declared that you'd be able to get it first try, you might have to.
I think I might have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't understand the game. I haven't done enough research.
I know nothing about it. I just know about the tarantula.
Yeah. I know there's this guy named Tom Nook.
I've heard some things about Tom Nook, dude.
I know he's a very sketchy entrepreneur. He's real sketchy. And he tries to swindle with all the money out of you.
Yeah. Don't trust Tom.
Monies. See, if I ever get that game, I'm never trusting Tom or
You're never gonna touch him?
I won't touch him. I will never touch Tom. I promise.
But I am glad, though, Animal Crossing came out at the exact time that we kind of needed it. For a lot of people, this is a huge distraction.
Yeah.
During today.
Because, like, in specifically just China or Japan, I can't remember. It was on the Game Explain video, but 1.8 in sold.
Really? Already?
Yeah, when it came out.
God damn.
1.8. And that's more than Smash Bros.
That's more than Smash Bros?
And it also made the Switch outsell the Wii.
Wow.
Yeah. Finally.
Wow. Yeah, everyone has a Wii.
Right. I still have a Wii.
I know. We literally use it still. As much as I hate the fact that we still use it, we still use it.
It's specifically just for 20XX, though.
It's true. That's very true.
It's not...
We need to get the GameCube working so I can play True of Crime.
I just need the cable.
Is there any True of Crime fans out there? If
I don't think there's anybody.
We should have a little LAN party.
Well, I mean, if there's anybody that knows what Cubivore is, that's the real test. I
still don't know what it is.
God damn it, I haven't been able.
I refuse to look up a video. I'm not going to experience Cubivore until you play it in front of me.
Okay, so you're a cube, obviously. I'm just going to go ahead and explain
You're on a sphere? I could have sworn you would have been a sphere. A sphere. I said sphere.
But yeah, you're a cube. And then you go around and you're animated, so you have a little chin.
Okay.
You're like, burr, 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 and you walk around like that by pressing I'm not sure what button. And then you just go around hopping around and you eat other creatures, and then you take their abilities and you evolve their abilities. Yeah, it's crazy. And it's wonderful. And it's probably the best game ever invented. I don't know. Smash Bros. No, sorry. Smash Bros. I have a love for Smash Bros. Smash Bros. Is the best game ever.
Wow.
And then
Cubivore. Yeah. Well, now I'm intrigued. Now I feel like I have to experience Cubivore.
Yeah. So much. I wish they made a remake on the newest consoles. Damn. That's what I should fund. I should start.
Out of everything,
page for Cubivore for the Switch.
Oh my god, dude!
That's the most important. That's what I'm dedicated to.
Okay.
My life's mission. Even if I have to learn coding and make it.
I mean, you don't really have to. I know a couple people who already know how to code. My coworker knows how to code.
There we go.
He just graduated.
Damn.
He's actually looking for a job.
There we go.
Yeah.
If anybody else wants to fund this.
You're right. We already have a guy for coding.
Damn.
We already have everything we need. We just need the money.
Same with everything else.
That's very true. That's a life motto right there.
We have everything else. All we need is the money. Shit, what do you want to talk about next?
I don't know, dude. That's
we've gone through essentially
social media. I want to go back to social media.
Okay.
The COVID-19 social media is driving me crazy. People on social media, especially Twitter and TikTok, especially TikTok. I can't say that loud enough. they're just stupid. Okay, I'm on both platforms. I make videos here and there too, but like, it's COVID-19. We're in isolation, and these kids are filming themselves licking products at grocery stores.
Oh God,
like the deodorant aisle, just like full on licking
that's
down.
just regular germs, man.
Okay, but here's the thing: they take it to the next level. People have been going on airlines, right, and public bathrooms, and licking the toilet seats. Just licking the toilet seats, and then like they'll lick it.
Why airlines?
I don't know. They're on a plane and they record themselves doing it.
I feel like this is a very specific fetish that can only be acted out right now.
But they're literally hashtagging it Corona Challenge.
See, that's just their excuse.
They already do this in their free time. Now they just have a reason.
Yeah, they have.
But it
post it.
It doesn't change anything though, because the social media aspect of this whole thing is just stupid. Another thing with that too is like, I know you want to talk about this, and we can transition to this after I say this a little bit. The pollution side of COVID-19.
Oh yeah.
Yes, he will go on to the positives, but there is also a lot of invalid information with this. In Italy, it's been going over all over Twitter. I'm sure everyone knows about it already, but there's been constant talking about the rivers are cleaner, the geese are back, the dolphins are back. You can see the fish, the water's clean, whatever.
Yeah.
And in the grand scheme of the things, yes, it does look clean, but in the reality, the geese have always been there. That was someone just made that up to try and get more clout. The dolphins have returned, which is cool. The water is not cleaner. What is happening is the dirt is settling because nothing's disturbing it.
Yeah,
yes, you
of
can.
All the boats.
Exactly. You can see the fish, sure, but that does not mean it's cleaner. It just means that the dirt is standing still.
Yeah.
That has not. Nature cannot heal itself that quickly.
Not at all. But I mean, it's hopefully people notice that enough to be able to. Hopefully, people will realize how much we actually do to the earth.
Absolutely, and that's what I'm really hoping for. Because yes, we have shut down mills because of isolation, and it's not a necessity, and that has not fixed, but it's been helping the pollution a lot. But if we don't take notice of that now, when everything goes back to normal, it's going to go straight back to how it was.
Oh yeah.
We need to make a change because it's very clear the pollution levels are going down right now, and pollutions are going down because humans stopped working.
Yeah. And if anything good comes out of this, that would be the one thing that I would hope that changes after this.
Yep.
At least
the environment is changing, and it needs to continue to change.
Like animals are just like not returning. They're just like going on to streets and stuff because people aren't going out as much. It's just as simple as that. Like they're.
Speaking of the animals returning to the streets, I forget what country it is, but is that one country that people go to all the time and they feed the monkeys? Like there's videos all over the internet of like monkeys stealing wallets, stealing bananas and stuff like that in the public,
like
right?
How I Met Your Mother, the zoo.
Yeah. But it's on a grand scale. When COVID-19 hit those countries over there, everyone had to go inside homes. There was videos of these monkeys, and this is what they titled it: "Gang Wars of the Monkeys."
What the heck?
The monkeys were literally like beating each other because there wasn't any tourists feeding them.
What?
They got their food from tourists, and the amount of people who would go there and tour it, they would feed so many monkeys that was their main source of food.
Holy shit.
And now that they're not there, they're literally freaking out and they're attacking each other because they have no source of food now. And there's so many of them there that there's not enough food around for them to go and get. And I think like a couple of weeks after they posted the video, that I think people did start going there and like dropping off food because they realized how bad it could get.
Yeah,
because monkeys are pretty violent, not gonna lie.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, they can get.
Yeah, it was
aggressive.
crazy that humans had such an impact on monkeys that after they disappeared,
scale.
Yeah,
too.
and they disappeared. They just started gang wars, pretty much, is what they titled it. Is gang wars because they would just start freaking out because they were like, "Where the fuck is all the people with the food?
Where's the food?
Yeah, where's the food at? This is how we get our food. We wake up, we go to the square, and we get our food from the humans. Easy money."
Easy money. We don't even have to do shit.
Exactly. Now they're freaking out because they're like, wait, I have to work for my food?
See, I wonder how that's gonna change and affect other aspects on a bigger scale, like that. What things that we're not necessarily noticing right now, but we'll notice the change after this whole thing goes over.
It's just a little clue of how things can change without you noticing it.
And with the entire world with this happening, I mean, I really just hope it makes a huge statement.
I hope so too. I mean, it already is in a lot of people like us, but I mean, we've always been cautious of this our entire lives. We've been trained for this. It's helping people that don't think this is a problem realize that it's a problem.
Yeah, that's the only thing. That's the other part of it.
Yeah. Now, because right now we're just like, hey, we told you, and here's our proof. You asked for our proof a long time ago. Yeah. Here it is. Now pay attention and do something about it.
Yeah, and hopefully this is enough. If not, like, what are we gonna do?
Exactly. Yeah. If it doesn't get better, I have no hope. I hope it's just going out the window. Like, there's just nothing. Like, there was the proof right there, and they didn't pay attention, and they decided not to do anything about it.
Yeah, I that's going to be some more thinking on my part to be able to come up with some sort of conclusion or be happy with it at all.
I mean, after that, I'm just hoping for Elon Musk to make a spaceship that we can just go to Mars. And
please.
So,
just have a screening, please, for some sort of questionnaire or intelligence level or some sort of thing that prohibits people that fucked up Earth from going to other planets.
Yeah, no, exactly.
That's all I ask.
Because the last thing we need is to continue to do what we do and make the same mistakes.
And fuck up other planets if we get that far.
Yeah.
You know?
Which I hope we do.
Absolutely.
I did see a thing that kind of blew my mind, speaking of outer space and other planets. And every concept art of Mars, it's always been domes. We'd always live in domes.
Yeah.
And I saw a video that was talking about the gravitational pull on Mars that, like, yes, it pulls down, but not at the same rate. You know, it's lighter there.
Yeah.
But the gravitational pull, they also have something that goes upwards, where it pushes out as well, which is why you kind of float. So, if you had a dome, the way that they're shaped, apparently there's not enough gravity on the top to push it down to accumulate enough force to have the one that goes up to not push it out of the ground.
That's bizarre.
So eventually the glass would just break, get damaged, or it wouldn't be sturdy enough to be in the ground all the way. So domes would not work on Mars. We'd have to have something.
That's usually just like the go-to concept.
But someone came up with a concept that was underground that would work. And I forget exactly how it looks, but essentially you would have a square here with this city in it. Okay. And then you'd have a connector to another square. And then you would just build underground of just squares. And apparently someone did the math. Someone smarter than I am, and the gravitational pull of downwards and the gravitation push of upwards would accumulate enough for it to stay and not be broken.
I mean, which underground homes are cool, regardless if they're on Mars or Earth. Like.
You know, unless there's some kind of like Maradian worm that's going to kill us all. But I mean,
we'll worry about that.
That's for future people's problems, not ours. So we just need to get off the planet first.
Shit. I'm also out of Moscow Mule. I also really need to pee.
Okay.
I think this is going to be a good intermission right here.
This is an intermission. We're going to put the ad into here right now. I have no idea how I'm going to come up with an ad, but via editing, there's going to be some type of ad.
Boom.
Very important thing to do about Moscow Mules is you got to roll out your line first. Got to loosen it up a little bit, you know. Gotta cut that limey boy right in half. And I use a whole lime in my Moscow Mules.
Oh shit.
Or a half, not a whole. I use a half lime. Let's see this. You see how well it's squirting right now? That's due to me rolling it. It's really important that you roll. And then once you get like that in there, it's like a couple teaspoons of lime. I always add the vodka next after that. And, you know, Abiqua is the go-to, as we stated earlier. I do 2 shots to start off with. 1, 2. And then after that, you can cap your vodka. That's when you get your ginger beer of choice. My ginger beer of choice is clearly Cock and Bull. It's a pretty good one. It's probably the go-to for everything. They claim they're the first Moscow Mule ginger beer. And then you put about half of a ginger beer in here. Did you get into an accident, or were you born like this?
They honestly don't know how it starts. Is the thing.
What?
They have no idea.
Because I've seen your X-ray before, and like this one is like, here's your fucking leg. Yeah. There's a joint, and then there's your hip. This one is just leg, fucking hip, and it's weird to look at. There's just no joint.
It's there. It's just okay. So it's the actual bone deteriorated, and then
oh shit,
over the course of a year. So during that year was when I was 8 years old. 8 to 9 was when that happened, and then the next year, the process of it is after that year. The next year is it regrowing. Okay. But it doesn't always grow in the same shape that it's supposed to be. Okay. To like the other hip. It doesn't match at all. Yeah, and that's just I don't know why it doesn't grow right the second time. I don't know how it works. That's really whatsoever. Weird. But
yeah, I always wondered if you had gotten into an accident or anything, but it's just a fucking freak thing then.
Yep. It's a very ridiculous. Low rate of people getting it. Not a lot of people have it.
And they had to wait till you were a certain amount of age before you could get surgery, huh?
Yeah. It was literally just waiting. And they just told me to essentially wait as long as possible.
Well, yeah, because if you get it when you're 22, you'll have to get another one when you're like 52, right? It's like a 30-year?
30 years, depending on how well you take care of it. Okay. Because of the advancements, I learned this from my doctor. Because of the advancements, I thought there would be more. Yeah. But there aren't. If you maintain it and go to the doctors regularly to maintain it and check on it to make sure it's fine, then it should last around 30 years. Or more.
That's gonna suck though, because getting surgery, like hip surgery, when you're like in your 50s.
But they will only have to replace a part of it.
Oh, really? It's not the whole thing. Yeah, that's cool. That's good to know.
That's the thing that made me okay with doing it, because before they had to replace the entire thing. Okay. And it would crack your femur. There was a possibility of cracking your femur.
Holy shit! Really?
Yeah. Jesus. That's why I was super turned off to any possibility of having a hip replacement, like a second hip replacement. Yeah. And that's why I was so dedicated to just waiting as long as possible.
Yeah, I don't blame you at all.
Yeah. And it got to the point where I couldn't do my job, which wasn't hard. Like a normal person would have been able to handle it. Yeah. Granted, I did do extra just to keep raises going, but other than that, I couldn't. It got to the point where I couldn't even do that. It was difficult just to wake up and go to work.
Yeah, I mean, before you ended up getting let go, I mean, I'd wake up and you were still here, or like when you were usually way gone before I went to work because of my hours. And there'd be some days that I'd have off, and then I'd be like, "Oh shit, you just got home from work," and it was like you're halfway through what you usually get home by.
Oh yeah.
So it was like definitely weird for a little bit. I was like, he's usually at work right now.
Yeah, because I transitioned my schedule to half days too. Yeah. And that was even too much.
I still can't believe they let you go with a medical condition like that. Yeah. It looks bad on their part as a company, in my opinion.
Definitely. Yeah, because I did so much work for them.
Exactly.
Like
I to the point where you maxed yourself out. What, a year and a half of working there?
It was 1 year and 11 months. Well, yeah, 11 months and like 28 days.
Yeah, and you maxed your pay. That's pretty fucking impressive in my opinion.
In that position, I completely maxed out my pay.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive in my eye. It's pretty good.
I mean, I did what I could.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And apparently, they weren't willing to wait it out.
That's the problem with big corporations, is they have no patience.
That's the thing. They're not even a big. They have 20 to 25 employees.
Yeah, but they're still a company that handles a lot. Without saying too much, because we're recording, but they handle a lot
compared to. Yeah, no, it does make sense.
Even some big corporations don't handle that much. Yeah. So it's like, I understand why they're impatient, but it's like, it looks bad.
Yeah. I mean, I do understand it from a business perspective, absolutely. Because I mean, I've done a lot of research in businesses myself, and just like I could understand it from the owner's perspective for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, it sucks.
No,
because I
definitely.
put so much work into physically just moving the entire building there.
Yeah, that's true.
moving
I forgot
buildings.
about that. Yeah, you did
Like,
move buildings.
I drove his truck to the building to transfer stuff there. And I mean, they knew I had this condition. They knew everything. I mean, obviously I pushed myself. That could have been, I mean, I could have handled that better, but it's already done. Yeah, transferring all of those chemicals and everything over there, and yeah, it's crazy that in the relationship that I built with them too.
Yeah, you actually were really close with the owner and his wife, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's even more surprising.
I mean, they got us that coffee table.
Oh shit, really?
That's from them.
Wow.
Like, furniture we have is from them.
That's pretty intense.
He saw the last apartment that I was living in.
Really? He visited?
Yeah, he met my parents. It's bizarre. Like, I'm just
still
now
just
realizing
fucking let you go like
too.
that.
Yeah.
God damn.
Just now reflecting on it, I'm like, holy crap.
I wonder if they have like a financial advisor who's just like, you need to let this guy go.
Maybe.
Like a board. Maybe the board agreed or something.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Corporations that handle money like that usually have boards, so that could have been what it was. It could not have been a personal thing, but it could have been like a board was like,
yeah,
and then they have no standpoint because they have a share of the board.
That makes sense. Yeah,
I can definitely see that thing.
There could be a number of things.
There could be so many things. The reason why they're just refusing to tell you.
Yeah, or just didn't inform me because they didn't have to.
That's true too. Yeah, very true. They genuinely don't. Yeah, that's another thing that sucks about Oregon is you can fire someone without a reason. That is one of the that's one of the shitty things about working in Oregon is if you just the boss doesn't like you, he can fire you and just say that it was something else. Yep. Without any evidence, you can fire you for any pretense. You can fire you.
That can screw over a lot of people too.
Yeah, it can.
It does because you don't know, like that specific law doesn't know. Well, it's like who the boss is and their views and everything. They could just be very racist.
Exactly. No, that's the whole point. That's why it sucks. I mean, obviously, there's courtrooms you can sue, and then they'll determine that. I mean, Oregon has another law too, where it's like if you rear end someone, you're automatically at fault. If there's no evidence proving that you weren't the reason at fault, you are immediately at fault for hitting them.
I've heard that too. Yeah.
That's another thing that sucks with Oregon. Most of the time, I feel like there's evidence though that can prove you wrong as witnesses as long as they're honest. But it still sucks that if you rear end someone and if it's genuinely not your fault and there's no proof, you get blamed. Yep. And that's money in your pocket and you're fucked.
Yeah. Shit. All right. What's next?
And so what else you got on this?
So, essentially, we've already we could go through the cancellations of just events. I'm not sure if you.
Oh God, yeah.
Done any or heard? I've only heard.
I had a customer who came to me like the first couple of weeks that it got announced that COVID-19, no isolation required yet, right?
So was that around January or?
Okay, so not that soon, I guess, but I was like more effective in our states.
Gotcha.
Especially Washington, he had an event that he was going to for artists. He was going to buy a shit ton of expensive arts. Like he was telling me about it. He didn't look like the kind of guy that you would expect to like have money for this sort of stuff. But he was contacting this guy who was bringing like multi-million dollars worth of art to a convention in Seattle. My customer was telling me that he was heading up there and it got canceled.
Dang.
Yeah, and that was in the beginning of last month.
That's pretty early.
Yeah, it got canceled. I don't know if TwitchCon is officially canceled yet, but TwitchCon is probably going to get canceled. People are still talking about it. Yeah. VidCon from YouTube, they canceled it already. They made an announcement that it's canceled. Comic-Con is canceled. And a lot of cons are getting canceled.
Yeah, any sort of what is Not Evo, but it's like every company. Why am I blanking on this? Every year, the major companies that make video games come together and present their ideas.
E3?
E3.
Yeah.
E3.
That got canceled too?
I mean, nobody's
that's true.
saying they're showing up.
Well, even out of just like things like this, that's more of like a gamer's world right there, but concerts are getting canceled. People are having to refund tickets.
I mean, they better. And a lot of airlines.
One of my favorite artists, which is very uncommon, I know, is Russ. Okay. He has his first concerts in May. So he still hasn't announced anything. People are giving him a lot of backlash because they're like, oh, you really should tell us right now. And he's like, I don't know. He's like, I'm not in charge of this. He's like, this is completely up to the government and like the salespeople. He's like, as soon as I know something, I'll tell you. But it's like, it's in May. We're not even in April yet. Of course he doesn't know if it's going to be canceled or not. There's no guarantee if he has to cancel it or not. More than likely, it'll be canceled.
Yeah. But where the regulations are going to be, or...
Yeah, because it was at 250 people. Now it's down to like, what, fucking 25 people? If not lower than that. So like, everything's getting fucking canceled right now.
Yeah, and specifically too, because I'm interested in it, Smash Bros. There was a very large tournament.
Oh, really?
Supposed you
and Steven were training for it, weren't you?
We're like
practicing at least.
Yeah, we were gonna go to I believe it was Seattle, and because that was the closest place that they were gonna have a local tournament, and like all of that got canceled.
That's fucking crazy.
There was a $250,000 reward too, and all of the like venues that they rented out, they had to pay for so far.
Good lord.
Which is so unfortunate.
It is.
Because they lost so much money out of that. And, I mean, I just know this because of Zero, his channel, specifically said that some of the winners from that tournament actually gave their winnings back.
Really?
Yep. To pay for the room.
That's really cool.
And I was like, that is huge.
Yeah, it is. Like, that's actually really cool of them. That's good too, because I mean, otherwise they'd just be out of money.
Yeah, exactly. And who knows if they'd be able to continue in the future because of this. And
that's why a lot of small businesses are closing is because of the same reason.
Yeah,
they're losing money like crazy. But no, people are fucking closing shit left and right. I was supposed to have a celebration of my coworker's 25th birthday this Friday, and she had to cancel hers because she's just like, at first we were gonna go to the bar. And the bars got shut down. We're like, we'll have it at her house. Yeah. And then she had to go, well, it's just unsafe to do that. She's like, I can't have everyone over here because it's just like, she would get fined. She would either go to jail for 30... Everyone there would probably go to jail for 30 days or get fined $1,200.
$1,200, yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So it's that stuff's just not worth it anymore.
My birthday is on the 30th of this month.
Yep, exactly.
And I mean, I'm not a big birthday guy. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
If nobody said happy birthday or anything, I wouldn't even care. But people are like wanting to do stuff and things, and it's just like
there's nothing to do.
Yeah, we can't do anything now.
Yeah, I mean, at the very most, we could go on a hike.
Yeah, that's the one thing you can do.
We could be 6 feet apart and go on a hike. It wouldn't matter.
Yeah,
I'm definitely down to go on a hike for your birthday. That sounds kind of like fun. It's out of the house, something to do still.
Roll me in a wheelchair.
That's a good point. I keep on forgetting. So that's off the table. And we'll go on a hike.
Because I was actually, when I was on my drive yesterday, just to get out of the house, I was like, I went on the back roads, and I was just thinking, I can't remember the last time I went on a hike and I wasn't in like significant amounts of pain.
Yeah.
Because I've gone on hikes.
Yeah, we've gone on hikes before.
Yeah. But I mean, I was just like, okay, well, my mentality behind it is like, I'm going to be in pain regardless right now. I just got to get through it.
That's true.
I'd rather enjoy this shit
it's true.
than not, you know?
Very true, yeah.
And just sit in my goddamn room all day. So I was like, okay, so that's been my mentality. Just go through it and then enjoy it while you can, you know?
Absolutely.
That hike. But right now it's just not a possibility.
It's not, no. And it sucks. That's about all you can do right now. outside of houses.
Yeah.
Everything's closed, or
they specifically mentioned hiking.
Mm-hmm. They said that you're allowed to go on walks, you're allowed to go in the woods and hike because you can be 6 feet apart from each other and not cause a problem.
Yeah, and I would love to go on a hike. There's so many good places to hike, and it's the summer too.
Yep.
I mean, everybody else can do that.
Yeah. I mean, so this is another thing too is that I've noticed is, and I saw a couple of Facebook posts about it, is it was once all this blows over, the amount of people who are going to want to interact with humans again is going to be insane.
I didn't even.
People are going to go to the bars. They're going to go to restaurants.
They're going to go to everywhere.
They're going to go to everything so much that
because they couldn't.
Businesses are going to lose money. But think about how much money they're going to obtain afterwards. Because people are going to be like, I haven't been here since quarantine.
And they're going to be like,
and then they're going to go straight to their favorite pub, their favorite restaurant, their favorite arcade, whatever.
I mean, I'm already thinking of like 3 places right now in Portland that I want to go.
Yeah, 100%. I miss our bar. Even if I'm not drinking there, I love the environment that our bar has.
Yeah, definitely.
I love going there. Another thing too that bugs me is I won't be able to get a haircut or a beard trim if this blows over.
That's true.
But no, what I was saying for people who think that's not too bad is I get my sides shaved every 2 to 3 weeks. I go down to a 1.5 down to a half, so it's really short.
Yeah.
That, and I can't do my own beard because when I look in the mirror, I can't see this part of my face.
Yeah.
So I literally can't do my beard. So until this blows over, this is just gonna grow. Like by the time that we're out of this, I'm going to look like I came out of. I'm gonna look like the world's last man guy.
Oh, God.
Like I'm just going to have a huge beard and just scruffy hair, dude. And my roots are gonna be so bad because I have my hair dyed right now.
Shit.
Like I might overcompensate and just like go fucking buzz cut and then just like trim this, dude.
I couldn't handle it. That would be too much of a change.
Yeah, no. As soon as quarantine's over, I'm going to get a haircut first. I am going to go to Mamma Mia's, an Italian restaurant.
Okay.
They don't do reservations, but they have the most phenomenal Italian food that I've ever had in my life. And it's dairy, so I'm gonna die, but it's gonna be so worth it because it's gonna be fantastic. And then after that, I'm going to the bar. I'm going to 2 different bars. Okay. I'm going to our bar after. The first bar I'm gonna go to though is the Backstage.
Backstage, yeah.
Yep. That place was so fucking cool. I can't wait to go back there.
It's got a great vibe to it. Yep. I can't wait to go to because I'm waiting to buy records until I can actually support a local business. Yeah. Because I don't want to support Amazon.
No, I fully agree. Because I could get the albums that I want to find through Amazon, but I don't want to.
Yeah. No, I'm waiting specifically because I don't want to spend my money there. And they're having a huge influx of people ordering from there. They don't need any more money.
No, they don't. No.
So I'm like...
Especially right now.
Yeah. Which is also good because I probably shouldn't spend money on vinyls anyways.
Very true. It's very true.
So in a way, it's good.
It is.
But
I definitely feel you though.
I want Igor on my wall. I want Igor.
That's fair. No, I'll probably go to the record store too because I've been wanting to get There's Really a Wolf by Russ on record on vinyl. They didn't have it at the record store when we went last, but probably you can order stuff from them, right?
Yeah.
Like they'll try and find it and then let you know.
Yeah, they'll find it for you. That's what I'm waiting for. Circles for
which
that
should be out by now.
April 20th.
Oh, it was that far?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Wait,
it's next month.
April 20th?
Yeah.
Dead ass?
Yeah, I think so.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Shit, I didn't even realize that until now.
Dude, April 20th of 2020.
Yeah. It's gonna be a big time. It's gonna be.
Dude, everyone in the world's gonna be high.
Everyone.
We're gonna cure COVID-19 with the entire world just smoking weed.
That's the cure. Everyone's smoking weed at the exact same time. On the exact same day. That's the solution.
We just blow COVID-19 into space.
Yeah.
With our weed.
There we go.
Problem solved. Everyone stay indoors until 4/20/2020.
Damn.
So yeah, every Friday, as some people might know, some people might not know, and if you don't know, you definitely should check it out.
Definitely.
Every Friday they release new music on Spotify, iTunes, all that kind of stuff.
More specifically, Thursday at 9 p.m.
Yep. 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yep. Every day, every Thursday, 9 p.m. I'm in my bed listening to new music, and if I'm not, I'm listening to it out here with you.
Yeah.
Because our
have
time
surround sound and
exactly on Thursdays at 9 p.m. it hits for us because that's technically midnight, Friday morning over on New York side. So it releases early for us technically, but not really.
But not all of it too. It
Not all of it,
releases within like
in the morning. I
window
usually check it out again because there is some stuff that some people release late.
Yeah, and also there's new stuff coming out on like Sundays sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. Yeah, if you haven't checked it out, Spotify, they do a playlist. If you just look up Friday new music, there's a whole playlist there. They update it every single Friday. Yep. I'm sure it's the same for iTunes and Tidal too.
But Apple Music, you have to wait till Friday specifically.
Oh, really?
Till that playlist is created. Yeah.
Okay.
It's sad that I know all this very, very detailed, like within the time of when it's updated.
I mean, it's fair though. It's fair. Music is very important, especially with our group. His brother got top 1% of Childish Gambino's listener
on Spotify,
in the world. In the world.
It's true.
Our friend, one of our best friends, Steven, he got the top 1% for Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
And I got top 1% for Russ. So there's three people that we know personally really well who got top 1% of a certain artist. 3 different artists, 3 different people.
And I haven't used Spotify yet.
And I'm sure if you did, you'd have someone too, to be honest.
Oh, I would be all over there. Yeah. I've listened to so many hours of music.
And it's crazy that it's like 1%. So for me, it's weird because like Kendrick Lamar, he has, I think, 26 million average listeners each month.
Dang.
So Steven's top 1% of that.
Out of 26 million
something
people.
like that, yeah. Russ has 15 million on average each month, which is lower, but I still have, I'm the top 1% of 15 million people who listen to Russ.
It's still very significant.
It is. I don't know the numbers for Childish Gambino. I haven't looked into that, but I'm sure it's pretty up there. Yeah. It's probably in the middle, I would say. It's probably higher than Russ, but lower than Kendrick Lamar, I would say.
Yeah.
Just based off of who Childish Gambino is. I mean, but it's still impressive nonetheless. Anything like 10 million and up is just like your top 1% of that certain amount of numbers. It's crazy.
Yeah, you must like that music.
Yeah, and like I didn't realize how much I listened to Russ until it popped up on my phone. I was like, you know, now that I think about it, I go to sleep listening to Russ. I wake up still listening to Russ. I get in my car to go to work listening to Russ, and then while I'm at work and I'm doing freight, I get to listen to whatever I want to. Okay. Most of the time, it's Russ.
Really?
And then on my way home, I'm listening to Russ again.
I didn't know you liked Russ that much.
I never realized it, but no, Russ is absolutely my favorite artist.
Okay.
A lot of people make fun of me because there's a lot of hate for Russ, and a lot of people don't think he's good.
Yeah, there's a lot of hate for.
And genuinely, they're like his last album, didn't really care for it. All his other stuff, I love his other stuff, but it's like I genuinely do like Russ to the point where I listen to him almost every single day, all day.
Wow.
Lately, it's been different because I've been hooked on Love.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, that's kind of different for me because, I mean, yes, I will listen to... There will be days where I will listen to the entire discography of one artist.
Yep.
But I won't do that day in and day out for that one person.
Oh, I do. I do. I
gotta change it up. The most recent one was Childish Gambino because he just released his new album, which is more like a... It's like more in the sense of like Kendrick's album, Untitled, Unmastered.
Yeah.
That's the best thing that I can compare it to. But it's not like following a release of To Pimp a Butterfly or this huge album. I feel like or at least I'm hoping that it's going to be the album. It's just like a stepping stone.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of great ideas, but it's just not. It just has this unfinished. A lot of them are unfinished, and the sound and the production isn't quite there. But hopefully, we get a much more fleshed out version of it later. Or maybe that was just like, because that's the first thing in 4 years. You know, like that's a big gap.
It's a pretty ginormous gap for artists.
Yeah. And especially for him, because he's an actor, an artist, he's got everything. Oh shit!
Don't mind my microphone.
There we go.
We're all Gucci.
But yeah, like 4 years is a long time for any artist.
It is. It genuinely is.
Because This Is America was had such a large impact.
It did.
For just a song.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't even an album. It didn't even make it to this album.
No.
Which is bizarre.
And that was 4 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't even feel like 4 years.
But no, I think This Is America came out about 2 years ago. I think it was in between.
But it was just a random single because of the time frame.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is understandable. It's not the same as like releasing albums and like EPs and stuff like that. So.
And it also just made a statement at that specific time.
Yeah, that time it was very relevant to the era.
I mean, it still is. Yeah. I mean, I couldn't imagine what he would create if he made that song now.
Oh my god. He'd have so much more content.
I mean, it would just be a very different idea.
It would
It doesn't even matter. Like, anybody can do that right now.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Fuck, I mean, I don't even know what I want to do for the next 5 years, let alone 40.
Exactly. Yeah. And you don't really have to know what you're doing right now. I mean, when I was in high school, I had no idea what I was doing.
Absolutely nobody. But, I mean, there is that 1% of people that actually did. And I'm curious where they're at right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I can kind of assume where they're at financially. Yeah. You know, they're in debt. Mm-hmm. Hopefully that.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't go to college.
Yeah.
If you can afford it, go to college.
Absolutely. I would love to go to college right now.
Yeah. It's not worth the money. Mm-mm. I'm not going into debt.
I would love to educate myself like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because the time that I went to college was right after high school, and I loved it. I hated high school, but I loved college because it was on my own terms.
I did the same exact thing. Mm-hmm. Like I told you, in high school, I was a terrible student. In college, straight A student. Mm-hmm. Straight fucking A student. And I dropped out because I wasn't doing anything in my life.
Yeah.
And I had no idea where I was going. I was like, I'm paying for these classes, getting so much debt, and I have no idea what I'm doing. I was like, I'm dropping out.
Yeah. Even if you know what you're doing specifically, who knows if you are going to like it for 40 years.
Exactly. You know how many people changed their major? My brother changed his major multiple times, and he never got a degree, and he's like $80,000 in debt, I think. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, it sucks. I mean, you learned your lesson. You'll move on. He's going to do great things. I already know that. Yeah. But it's like, that's the reason why I won't go back to college. Definitely. Because I don't want to be like that.
Yeah. I mean, I went to college. I tried to pay in cash. And as much as I could, but I still got in debt several $1,000s, and I paid that off probably in like 2018, 2016.
Yeah, I remember the day you texted us and you were like, I paid it off.
Yeah.
And we were like, hell yeah, dude, fucking debt free.
Yep. And I paid off my car during that time and everything. Yeah, that was huge. And I only went to school for like 8 to 10 months.
Yeah. Exactly.
Not even close to being able to get any sort of degree or anything.
Nope.
And I had a lot saved up before I went to college. Yeah. Specifically.
Yeah, you were a working fucking slave. You were pulling like 60, 80 hours a week or something like that, weren't you?
Burgerville,
yeah. That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, you barely had time to hang out with us as a small group back in the day. You were too busy working.
At Burgerville, man.
But you were the best Burgerville worker to ever exist, though. Those were the best. I'm telling you what. If you have ever think I've had a pretty good burger from Burgerville, you're fucking wrong.
Yeah,
you didn't have his Burgerville burgers.
Specifically, the best burgers ever.
I don't eat there anymore.
There's been like cases where I've asked people when Burgerville has been tasted the best in that town, because this is a small town. Yeah, there's not very many places to go. So they know this.
Yeah. Especially back then too. They have a lot more food carts there, but back when you were working there, they didn't have shit.
Yeah. And fewer restaurants too.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. And I mean, so specifically during that time, they said it tasted the best, and that's when I was working like nonstop.
Yep. No, it dead ass was. And then when you quit, I stopped eating there.
Yeah.
I don't think I've been back since you quit.
I've tried.
I won't even try. I know it won't be good.
I just want to ask him one time, just like, hey, can I make my own damn burger?
I used to work here. Can I just come out of the counter and make my own burger really quick?
You don't know how to make it.
Well, Juliet used to work there, right?
Juliet, yeah, Jules.
Yeah, and she was pretty good at it.
Yeah,
She wasn't at your
was
level,
the person
but
that
she was pretty good.
I trained, and she learned specifically from me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because I mean, granted, it's not everybody else's fault. It's totally mine. Because I was just an asshole.
100%, yeah.
Back at that time, I was.
You were
just
like Chef Ramsay up in that bitch, dude.
I was 10 times worse. Are you kidding me? Shit.
Oh,
If
man.
only I could film myself back then. Damn. Make a cooking show back then. Just being super serious and. Whew.
That's another thing too. Is a little fun fact for anyone who's watching or listening. When Daniel and I first met, our buddy Steven introduced us, and this was after graduation. Steven and I had spent. He moved to Beaverton temporarily to like house sit or something like that, I think, or something happened.
No, I was living there.
He was living there,
yeah,
apparently.
Going to school.
I don't remember that. I didn't know him at the time. But our buddy Steven, which is our best friend, him and I literally hung out for a month straight every single day. Did not leave each other's side the entire month. And you eventually moved back after that, and he was like, "Hey, let's go hang out with Daniel." I was like, "Who the fuck is this Daniel guy?" I was like, "I don't want to go hang out with this random guy." And
Absolutely.
I get there, and I meet him, and I was like, "I don't know about this guy. Seems kind of like a fucking asshole." I was like, "I don't really like him."
That was my first impression too.
Yeah, we literally
Had the
did
same
not
first
speak a word,
impression.
and we both hated each other immediately. And then after like probably
Steven was both our best friends.
exactly,
at
we were
the
like, "I
time.
don't like this guy."
Like,
He's
individually.
exactly. And I think it was a couple months that we started to like kind of tolerate each other.
Yeah, it wasn't like a mutual thing. We're like, oh hey, we're buddies immediately.
Yeah, no, we hated each other. We genuinely did.
Yeah,
we
it
just
wasn't
tolerated
a-
each other because Steven wanted to hang out with both of us at the same exact time.
Yeah.
And then we genuinely got high a lot together. Spent a lot more time together. Played a lot of Smash Bros together. I cooked him food. He cooked us food. We talked about our future. We talked about a lot of things today. We're almost at 2 hours of recording, which I'm gonna have to edit at some point tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll go through it with you too.
Yeah. I don't know. We don't really have anything else to talk about. We talked about all the topics. We talked about our
Honestly,
future.
we have several things. I have several things more.
Oh, really?
To cover. Yeah.
But we could always just save that.
Yeah.
We could always say that. I mean, because it's only been
another
2
time.
hours. We'll cut this
We've-
down to probably an hour and a half, I'd say. 30 minutes of stuff that doesn't need to be in here.
Yeah,
Pauses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great talking with you guys. That was
Yeah,
awesome.
absolutely. I can't wait to make the next one, to be honest. To publish this and make the next one.
Yeah, definitely.
Next time, like I said, this
We'll have
guy right here is
an
going to be our
actual
webcam, not this, which you guys will have already seen by now and laughed at us. He will have a proper mic because I will be investing in another one of these and another arm for everything.
Yep.
And we'll get everything set up for the next one. I have no idea when that's going to be. I'll update you guys on my Twitter, which is linked down below.
Okay.
But yeah.
Definitely.
Thanks for tuning in, you guys.
Thank you.